Turbo oil line drain. I feel like Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. Welcome back. This is the final video in the series of the oil drain lines and feed lines for the twin turbocharged 460. For those of you who are just catching up, I'll leave some cards in the video. I guess that's how that works. And you can go watch the previous videos and see the full setup of the drain lines and the turbochargers and the manifolds if you want to. So this ends the drain line saga. I had to learn a little bit of TIG welding to do this, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think you guys will enjoy it. Made some mistakes along the way, but I think it turned out pretty well in the end. For those that are new, the 460 engine here behind me is going into a 94 Ford Bronco, just as a hobby project. This was started back in, I think, 2022, and it's just exploded from there. I'm not exactly an expert in anything, so I'm not going to go through like how to explain how these work, because honestly I don't know, and I don't consider myself an authority on the subject. But what I do know is that oil has to go from the oil drain pan through the pump into the top of the turbos up here, and then it's got to go down through the bottom down here, and it's got to drain into the drain pan right there. So that part I can understand, so maybe I can understand the plumbing part of it, but the rest of it, I don't know. So the main challenge here, at least from a welding standpoint, and at least from a beginning welding standpoint, is that we've got dissimilar metals. We've got stainless steel and we've got mild steel. We've got a drain pan that has very thin walls, so very small thermal mass, which means that it'll melt and blow through super quickly if you're not careful. And then we also have, we're welding that to the stainless steel bung, which has a lot more thermal mass per, for the area. So the challenge is to get your machine dialed right, to get your settings right, and to have enough skill and knowledge to be able to read the metal and read the puddle so that you don't blow through and you end up with a decent weld that's not going to crack. It also helps to know that you need to use 309 stainless steel rods. Those are specifically designed to attach mild steel to stainless steel. But what I'm going for is a weld that is not going to break or corrode, something that is going to adhere the metals together strong enough so that it can deal with the engine vibrations and the associated weight of the oscillating drain lines as they're moving around in the engine, bouncing around and stuff. So I think I've achieved that. And you can see that by the coloration in the weld. In an ideal world, there would be no coloration in that, but I don't live in an ideal world, and I don't have any back purging gas systems or anything fancy like that. So for what it is, I think it came out extremely well. So for now, I am content to humbly accept the crown of best welder on the internet. If you disagree, leave it in the comments down below. So now, with all that work out of the way, I can focus on the intake side of things, getting the charge pipes built, and getting an air to water intercooler system, and I'm thinking throttle by wire. We'll see how that works out. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. See you next week.